Hey everybody, Professor Doom here, and I was seeing this story and it reminded me of something that I had taken notice of that was being reported in the media over the past month of September. So what this is all about is that Mr. Dave Yost, the Attorney General of Ohio, is reporting that a sting operation was conducted over the dates of the 25th through the 30th of September, and they took a whole shitload of people into custody, of around 160, and they rescued a bunch of people that were victims of human sex trafficking. They don't mention the ages of the victims, but they talk about massage parlors. They talk about individuals that were being victimized through sex trafficking, period. I will leave you guys links in the description box, but I'm going to show you exactly a few other things that are interesting about this location of Ohio. There's actually several different locations that this sting operation was being conducted: Cleveland, Akron, Youngstown, just to name a couple. There was quite a few spots. But you know what's other interesting about this Ohio location? You guys remember Epstein's buddy from the Victoria's Secret, Mr. Leslie Wexner, is very prominent and a big, huge individual in the state of Ohio. So now I want to take you to some very interesting stuff that was going on and being reported from the mainstream media about an obscene amount of children that have been going missing in Ohio. Let's take a look at that story. 1,000 kids reported missing in Ohio this year. An extraordinary surge, and that was being reported September the 26th, and this was during the time of their sting operation, and the sting operation was called Operation Buyers Beware. That was the name of it. And what they go on to state in this article that is interesting to me is that these children have been going missing in a particular section of Ohio, northern Ohio to be specific. And it is interesting that the sting operation was taking place in northeast Ohio. And we'll take a look at just some of the information here. Children are disappearing from northern Ohio in record numbers, with more than 1,000 minors reported missing so far this year. And they go on to talk about it all through this article. More than 45 children have gone missing in the Cleveland, Akron area this month alone. And it just so happens that this is the very same location, and I'll take you back to show you where this Operation Buyers Beware sting operation was going on. Let's take a look. But before we do that, I just want to show you some more of the information that's being shared. And exactly right here, they're talking about the Attorney General even. More than 45 children have gone missing, Cleveland, Akron area. And in August, there were more than 35 missing minors, according to Ohio Attorney General's Missing Children website. The disappearances are creating a disturbing trend in northern Ohio, which began in May when nearly 30 children went missing in just the first 2 weeks. Officials at the time called it an extraordinary surge in disappearances. Here at the third paragraph down, led by Attorney General Yost, Ohio Organized Crime Investigations Operative not Buyers Beware, but Buyers Remorse. Excuse me, that was the name of the operation, including in around Columbus, Cleveland, Toledo, Akron, Youngstown, and Portsmouth, Marietta. So, Is this the reason why this operation was conducted? Were there any children victims rescued in this operation? Why is it that some of the people that were taken into custody over this operation are teachers, doctors, and such? And it makes me question, considering the area and the connections between Epstein and Mr. Wexner being from this area. Let's take a look at the article regarding Mr. Leslie Wexner. Mr. Epstein's biggest client, Mr. Leslie Wexner, billionaire, who is the Mr. Victoria's Secret guy. And if you look at this right here, let's take a look down the row and we will see this. In the fall of 1982, a money manager named Harold Levin, or maybe we won't, got a phone call that would change his life. A lawyer representing Leslie Wexner, the founder and CEO of the women's apparel retailer, The Limited, said Wexner was looking for a financial advisor. Would Levin be interested? Levin most certainly was. In Columbus, Ohio, what the heck is going on here? $250,000 that Mr. Wexner was paying Mr. Levin as a salary wasn't enough for Mr. Levin to pick up and take his family to the suburb of Columbus, Ohio, where Mr. Wexner lived, and that would be Bexley. Very interesting indeed. But as we already know, Mr. Wexner and Mr. Epstein became very close acquaintances, friends, and business associates. There you go, everybody. And I just wanted to state this, that I have the next 2 days off. I will be compiling a bunch of the evidence that I have that I want to share with you regarding the octopus story, regarding the deaths of CIA agents, naval attaches, and we're going to be taking a look at the TWA Flight 800 disaster. I want to call it something a little bit more severe than a disaster. I think we already know what took place there. We just need to take a look at the evidence. So I'm going to be compiling all of that stuff, all surrounding the CIA, the Cabazon Indian Reservation, the Promise software, and the Franklin cover-up, and much, much more. Thanks, everybody.